I will now explain the floor view. Along the top, you will see a bar with several items. On the left, you will see icons and numbers that will show you a condensed summary of the reservations for the day. Click in the area to see a detailed breakdown of the numbers and icons. You can confirm and edit the daily memo from the middle portion and the whiteboard from the button highlighted in yellow. Simply click the memo or whiteboard to view it in full or edit it directly. From the globe button, you can halt reservations that come from your venue's online TableCheck page and other online sources like Reserve with Google or TripAdvisor if they are integrated. You can choose to halt reservations for the selected day or by mealtimes. Online reservations will be covered in more detail in another video. From the All Day, Lunch, and Dinner tabs on the right, you can toggle what mealtimes are reflected in the displayed information. In the center to the left, you will see the floor layout of your venue with the reservation information for each table. Tables in yellow are those with one reservation assigned, while pink tables are those with 2 or more reservations. Tables with currently ongoing reservations will become the color of their reservation statuses. Along the top, you will see a tab on the left to toggle the floor display between different sections of your venue, and icons in gray on the right that you can click to customize what information will be displayed on each table. The right side has 4 tabs: Reservations, Waitlist, Finished, and Blocks. The Reservations tab shows the reservations for the selected day. You can search for reservations based on their details using the search field at the top of the reservations list. You can search based on anything from phone numbers, customer flags, or even information in the reservation notes. I will now explain how to create a reservation. Reservation creation is necessary when you receive reservations from customers directly, such as over the phone. Reservations made online will be explained in a separate video. Reservations can be created from the reservation form, floor view, and the timetable view. Which view you use depends on the preference of your venue, so please choose the one that is most suitable for your situation. The reservation form is convenient for creating reservations while taking a phone call, but you will most likely use either floor view or timetable view during normal operations. You can create a reservation from the floor layout by selecting one or more tables and clicking the reservation button that will appear at the bottom right. Selecting the reservation button will display the reservation input form on the right side of the screen. The required information for creating a reservation are the fields in red: the date and time, the number of guests, and the customer name. I will demonstrate the process using an example of a reservation for tomorrow at 1800 for 4 people. The reservation date is set to the current date by default, so select the field and change it to tomorrow from the calendar that appears. Select the time field and select 1800. Select Close, or click outside of the pop-up to close the pop-up. The length of the customer's stay is set to the default duration set within the venue settings, but it can be changed for each reservation. Select the Number of Guests field to input the number of guests. If there are 10 or more guests, you can select the appropriate number from the drop-down menu. For this example, we will select 4 adults and 1 child. The Tables field will automatically update as you select and deselect tables for the reservation on your venue's floor layout. Tables in light green are available to be assigned at the selected time. make sure to select tables with enough seats available for the reservation. You are able to select and reserve multiple tables if you plan to push them together in your venue when the customers arrive. If you are on the phone with the customer as you create this reservation and you are able to assign tables with enough seats, you can inform the customer at this point that their reservation is confirmed. Clicking the lock icon allows you to lock the reservation to the selected tables so they cannot be accidentally moved or reassigned. This can be useful for reservations that request specific seats within your venue. Clicking the Customers field will navigate you to the Customer's view to enter the necessary information such as the guest's name and phone number. As you input the customer's information, matching customer information already registered in TableCheck will be displayed as selectable options on the right. It is recommended to use the phone number to locate the customer to avoid misidentification. Select the appropriate country and enter the phone number without hyphens. Matching customer information already registered in TableCheck will be displayed on the right. If you select Create New Customer, the customer information will be registered in your TableCheck system. Selecting Save and Add to Reservation will link the customer to the reservation. If the incorrect customer has been linked to the reservation, you can remove them from the form to the left by clicking the Garbage button in the customer information. Use the Party Name field as needed to record the name of events or the group or organization that is making the reservation. For example, if there are multiple group bookings in an evening, you can identify which group to guide guests to by asking them what kind of event or organization they are joining. If you are creating a reservation for guests in the hotel your venue is located in, use this Room Number field as needed to record the customer's room number. From the Orders field, you can add pre-ordered sets, courses, or packages to the reservation. These sets, courses, or packages need to be registered in advance in your venue's settings to be available to be selected. After selecting an item, clicking the Group Order button will automatically add the selected item for the number of adults in the reservation. If there are different items or items for children to be added, select the appropriate item and input the quantity using the plus and minus buttons. Once finished, click OK. In the Flags and Reservation Memos field, you can add flags and memos to the reservation. Flags are colorful icons you can assign to reservations to signify different things. For example, you can add a flag to highlight reservations of customers with specific needs, such as anniversaries or birthdays, so they stand out in your daily list of reservations. The meaning and design of each flag is fully customizable in your venue's settings, so users with access rights can edit, add, or remove flags to meet your venue's needs. Important flags can also be configured to be VIP flags, meaning they will be displayed prominently on the reservation in your operating view and in the calendar view. In the reservation memos, you can input information that needs to be passed along to other staff about the reservation. You can type them in manually or click keywords on the right to input them rapidly. Keywords can be added or removed by your managing consultant, so please contact them with any editing requests. You can use the Seat Preference and Seat Categories field if the customer specifies their preference on the type or category of table where they would like to be seated. From the Promo Code field, you can input codes for discounts or promotions provided by your venue. Promo codes need to be set up in the venue settings in advance. The Status field allows you to track the status of reservations. We will go over statuses in more detail in another video. Explanations for all fields are now complete. Select the Save button at the top right, and you will be prompted to select the creator to leave a record of who created the reservation. New creators can be registered in the venue settings. Once you select the creator, the Reservation Info SMS pop-up will be displayed. Here, you can send a confirmation message to the guest via SMS with the reservation details. Additionally, a reminder SMS will be sent the day before the reservation. Please note that each message sent will incur a small fee. Please refer to your contract for the exact amount. Please establish policies for SMS usage according to your venue's needs. When accepting a reservation by phone, please inform the customer during the call that a reservation confirmation message will be sent via SMS to avoid confusion. Customers can also make changes or cancellations to their reservations directly from the SMS they receive, which can help reduce the number of phone inquiries from customers. Once the reservation is created, you will see the reservations appear on the selected tables. You can also register walk-ins from here. This will be a necessary operation for establishments that accept online reservations during operating hours, so please pay special attention. As an example, this is how to handle 3 customers without reservations who arrive and are seated at table 10. When you select the table, you'll see green buttons at the bottom right labeled with the number of guests and walk-in. The number of guests button will say max capacity at first, as the default setting is for the walk-in to occupy all seats at the selected table. If the green buttons don't appear, make sure the tab for the current mealtime is selected in the top right of the screen. Click the Number of People button and input the number of guests. Then click Walk-in to open the reservation details form. Confirm and update the walk-in details, such as the customer's information, the same way you would for a normal reservation. Click Save and select the creator to finalize the walk-in entry. To review details about a reservation, select the reservation and click it again. Once the reservation info is opened, the left side will display the customer's information, including information about past and upcoming reservations. The colored numbers at the top of the customer information indicate the customer's number of visits to venues within your franchise, number of visits to this venue, number of canceled reservations at venues within your franchise, and the number of no-shows at venues within your franchise. These numbers can be useful for deciding how to handle historically unreliable customers. For example, if you receive a reservation from a customer with many cancellations or no-shows in the past, you might choose to allocate a less premium table to them and call them prior to their reservation to confirm they plan to arrive on time. After the customer leaves your venue, you can retain the customer information obtained during this visit for future reference by clicking Edit Customer. Aside from basic personal information, you can also include customer memos that are visible from any venues in your franchise and your venue's customer memo that is only visible to the current venue. In the colored fields below, you can highlight specific characteristics of customers by adding tags, dietary restrictions, likes, and dislikes by selecting common phrases or creating your own from the list on the right. Adding these notes allows you to prepare to accommodate them during their next visit and also makes the customer easier to search for in your customer's database. You can also add images to the customer's information from the Images tab and review edits that have been made to the information from the audit trail. The right side of the screen, when viewing reservation details, displays the reservation information, the payment information linked to this reservation, the images added to the reservation, and the reservation audit trail, where you can track the changes made to the reservation. In the Reservation Images tab, some establishments upload photos of courses and beverage labels so they can review what was served to the customer during their previous reservation when preparing for their next visit. Others upload business cards, headshots of VIP guests for staff to watch out for, scans of contracts for corporate events, or even screenshots of emails with banquet event details to record critical information in one location. You can also handle reservation edits and cancellations from the floor view. For example, here is how to handle a request to delay a reservation's time from 1800 by 30 minutes and increase the number of adults by 1. Select the reservation in question, then click the Edit Reservation button. The reservation edit form will appear on the right. Edit the necessary fields, changing the time from 1800 to 1830 and changing the number of adults from 3 to 4. If you had added menu items for all adults using the Group Order button when creating the reservation, the quantity of these items will automatically increase or decrease with the number of guests in the reservation. Remember to always inform guests about changes in the number of orders when changing the number of guests. Once you are done editing, click the Save button, then select the updater to complete the changes. You can also assign or reassign tables by clicking and holding a reservation from the right side for 1 second and dragging to the desired table in the floor layout. If you want to reassign the reservation to multiple tables, select the target tables first, then drag and drop the reservation. You can also click and drag reservations from the floor layout. When dragging, the green tables are those that are available. The orange tables are those that will give warnings that the reservation will exceed the maximum number of people that can be seated at that table. And the red are those where the reservation cannot be assigned. To cancel a reservation, look on the right side of the reservation in question for the reservation status. By clicking the reservation status and selecting the Canceled status, you can manually cancel the reservation. If you are removing a reservation that was created accidentally, apply the Deleted status. If the customer did not arrive for their reservation and did not contact you, select No Show. Once you select the new status, you will see a pop-up to optionally choose the reason for the cancellation. We highly recommend recording the reason for the cancellation so that you can review and gain insights from cancellations data for future reference. Once you select the appropriate reason, click Save, then select the updater. With that, the cancellation process is complete. From the Finish tab that shows completed, canceled, and deleted reservations for the selected day, you can restore reservations that have been marked as canceled or deleted. In TableCheck, changing the status to canceled or deleted does not erase the reservation. It remains in the system, allowing you to restore the reservation as needed. A restored reservation will return with no tables assigned, which is signified by the red table icon. You will also see a warning icon for unassigned reservations on the Calendar View tab at the bottom left. When a reservation is not assigned a table, there is a risk of overbooking. So if you see the warning icon for unassigned reservations, please make sure to assign a table from the Edit Reservation option. You can make copies of reservations within the same venue or to other venues in your franchise. This can be useful for long-staying hotel guests or loyal regulars with repeating reservations, or for transferring reservations of customers who made reservations at the wrong venue. We will cover this feature in more detail in another video. The Waitlist tab is only available if it is enabled in settings for venues enrolled to use optional SMS features. It allows you to place customers on a waitlist to be notified automatically when a seat becomes available. We will cover the waitlist in more detail in another video. The Blocks tab will show any existing reservation blocks for the day, which prevent reservations from being created at the blocked times. We will cover blocks in more detail in another video. This concludes the explanation of the floor view.